There he is, my student, one of the world record players who no one can have a tiebreaker with on badminton and always win. Unlike other players who win by chance, I have seen so many of his plays and his calculations in game are always perfect. Let's see who your opponent is for this time. Ah, this guy, a prodigy who has beaten other world record players in badminton. I do not think he is doing calculations in each service, but his opponents constantly get threatened by him. I believe Paku will still win this game. Let's start the game, shall we? Being a referee for badminton, seeing those shuttlecocks flying from one side of the court to another is amazingly scientific. I know you know this concept. Whenever something is thrown or has flown to the air, such as throwing a bottle, projectile motion is the concept at play. If it seems new to you, projectile motion is the motion of any object that is thrown, projected, or given an initial velocity and follows a path entirely determined by the effect of gravitational acceleration and air resistance. This path, followed by a projectile, is called trajectory. Manipulating the angle of release and speed of release is the key to winning this badminton game. One more score for a tiebreaker. You may now start your service. What now, Paku? Do not forget the concept of projectile motion. From the trajectory of their service, it moves along a curved path. They got the ideal angle of service, which is 42 degrees, and have a range of probably 3 meters from his point to the landing area. Now it's time to identify its initial velocity first. The equation range is equal to the quantity of initial velocity squared sine 2 theta divided by gravity. Since we are looking for the initial velocity, we are going to derive the given formula to a formula where we find the initial velocity. Using the given values, initial velocity is equals to the square root of the quantity of 3 meters times 9.81 meter per second squared, divided by the quantity of sine quantity 2 times 42. With that, the prodigy had an initial velocity of 5.4399 meter per second as their speed of release. For the best counterattack, the initial velocity needs to increase very little with the same angle, so that its range will increase and they will not notice how much they need to move. As his mentor, I believe he will get this shot.